Let's have a closer look at Achilles tendonitis. It is a common injury among runners and athletes that can cause pain and inflammation around that Achilles tendon area. The Achilles is the strongest and largest tendon in the body, but can be susceptible to quite a lot of pain and aggravation. It connects the heel bone to the calf muscles and allows for movement through the foot and the ankle and helps significantly with running, jumping, sprinting, everything we do. Now, there are several causes of Achilles tendonitis, with overuse being the most common. And this can occur when an individual increases the intensity or duration of their exercise, predominantly running. Tight calf muscles also contribute a lot to the tendonitis that can form on that Achilles. But also it can be caused by a lack of flexibility, which is very common in most people because of the shortening Achilles, shortened calves that we get from wearing ill-fitting shoes, normally with some kind of heel raise. The symptoms we kind of get from Achilles tendonitis typically include pain and tenderness, and is normally worse in the morning when getting out of bed. After it's been stiff, not been moving for a good 6 to 8 hours whilst we sleep, the first step is always the hardest. Other symptoms can include stiffness, swelling, and even warmth and physical redness around that area. So what can we do to help this? First thing is address your shoes. Like I said before, if you've got any kind of heel raise, any kind of stiffness, too much stability, not enough space in your toe box, that's gonna stiffen up the toes, stiffen up the foot, stiffen up the ankle, which is gonna stiffen up everything up that stream. So you need to have a shoe that allows for good mobility, good movement for those toes. It's able to twist, flex, and bend to allow your foot to naturally do what it wants to, because any kind of stiffness through the rest of that foot is going to travel up towards that Achilles and put tension and pain to that area. Another cause can be that you actually don't have strength, mobility, flexibility in that whole foot complex. Again, coming back to shoes, most people have weak feet. There's no connection from the brain to the toes. So if they're not moving, the next part of that foot up comes to the ankle and the Achilles, and they're going to be overloaded and overused. So we want to get those toes moving. We want to have enough space in the toe box of your shoe to give your toes the potential to move, increase the blood flow, increase the nerve supply. That's just going to allow the Achilles to do its natural job. A big one for runners is your running form. If you're consistently heel striking or forefoot striking, that's going to put unnecessary load on that Achilles. So if you're jamming that heel into the ground, causing a braking force, making you go backwards, slowing you down, that's going to put a lot of impact on that heel, which is going to affect that Achilles. But also if we're too far on our forefoot, put us up on our toes too much, we're overusing the calves, especially the gastrocs and the soleus, and it is going to be pulling on that heel because that Achilles tendon is just being overworked and overloaded. So the best way to get rid of this Achilles tendonitis is address your shoes, make sure they are wide, thin, flexible, and flat. Gradually build up your strength through soleus, gastroc, calf muscles. And the biggest thing is getting dexterity back into your toes, mobility, strength, awareness of your feet to get that blood flow, get that nerve supply to help take that load off that Achilles. Drop down in the comments below if you need some extra help with this, and we can get you on the better path away from that tendonitis.